Before we get to King Von, before we get to Quando Rondo, before we get to Los Angeles, we need to talk about FBG Duck, Carlton Weekly.
Well, Rob, Chicago police tell me that these 3 victims were targeted, that 4 men in 2 different vehicles came down Oak Street. Lights, sirens, and crime scene tape taking over one of Chicago's most notable streets. Word is spreading on social media that the 26-year-old man pronounced dead is a well-known Chicago rapper.
To see this happen in the middle of the day is very, very disturbing.
Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm here. I'm in the Gold Coast. I'm in the Gold Coast right now. And man, I was just riding my bike, y'all. I'm just riding my bike. Man, we need to take. They shot FBG Duck, man. I don't know who shot him, man. I just ran into this, y'all. Man.
Gangsta killer. Take him on. Gangsta killer.
He wanna get high as fuck. He about to get high like Duck. Durk. He never did it while he was alive. Goldilocks at it again. Goldilocks at it again. Durk steady dissing Duck on his deluxe album. This whole ass nigga, y'all. Let me tell y'all about Durk. Durk super goofy, big, gay ass, this bitch ass nigga. This whole ass bitch ass nigga ain't never did shit. Lil Reese choked his ass up in the club. He loved my son dick on his lips. He loved it. He loved the way Duck dick tastes. He gotta love the way Duck dick tastes. He a whole ass nigga that caught a blessing that came up and now he using all his good for evil. That don't never last long.
They got 63rd. Dirty. I'm talking about hey, listen, no man, 64, but y'all 63rd over there smoking crack.
Duck, from STLEBT, a GD set on 63rd and St. Lawrence. One of the most prominent faces on the GD side of a decade-long war that had been burning between BD and GD factions across Chicago's South Side. Duck and Durk had been going back and forth since at least 2012.
One of my heads like, Clay, they so happy you been playing film, brother. I know folks know proud, they got him out the way. I know I'm on live, G. Shut the it's funny. Before you even get it, it just came on. But still, this Instagram, it deleted yesterday. It just came on. But damn, G, don't start. Damn, merch they pop T-Roy. It must don't be, it must ain't that important. It ain't all over the internet. I ain't see it.
First on social media, then in music. Duck dissed Durk's dead cousin Nunu. Durk fired back. Duck dissed Durk's dead friends. Durk fired back again. It was a two-way street of increasingly brutal diss songs for nearly a decade. In 2018, Duck's track slide went viral. Suddenly, he was a nationwide drill star, and that made him the biggest GD trophy in the streets for people who had been at war with his side for years. On August 4th, 2020, in broad daylight, in Chicago's Gold Coast neighborhood, right outside the Dolce & Gabbana store, FBG Duck was shot and killed by a group of masked gunmen. The entire murder was caught on surveillance footage. 6 men were eventually convicted, all tied to O-Block. One of those convicted, Marcus Smart, known as Muob, was a close friend of Durk's, had been seen on flights with him, flexing wads of cash.
Hello. What that is? I gotta get on live. What that is? Who got the most views? See that? Who got the most views? It's yours.
Gangsta killer. Take him on. Gangsta killer.
The indictment in that case mentioned a person called Individual E, described as a high-ranking BD member. Most people who followed this closely believed that was Lil Durk. He was never charged in Duck's murder, but the connection was documented. And Duck's mother would later file a civil suit against Durk, King Von's estate, Sony, UMG, and others, alleging that OTF and O-Block conspired to kill her son and then profit from his death through music. That lawsuit was still pending when Durk's own federal case landed.
FBG Duck, whose real name was Carlton Weekly, was gunned down on the Gold Coast by a group of masked men as he waited to enter the Dolce & Gabbana store August of 2020. His girlfriend, Cache Williams, and another man also wounded in the attack. They joined Weekly's mother in filing a lawsuit Wednesday, alleging rap superstar Lil Durk had a hand in the gang-related killing, wanting to take out Weekly. Their years-long rivalry playing out in a series of violent drill rap songs.
Our complaint law lays out that a $100,000 bounty was placed on the life of FBG Duck to have him killed.
The lawsuit names a wide-ranging list of defendants, including Lil Durk, his record label, Only the Family, or OTF, and other larger labels that partnered with OTF, like Sony and UMG Interscope.
Davon Daquan Bennett, King Von, born August 9th, 1994, grew up in O'Block, Parkway Gardens, the corner of 64th and Martin Luther King Drive, one of the most violent housing projects in a city that had no shortage of them. His father was killed when he was 11. He and Durk had known each other since they were kids running the same blocks. Different hoods, Von from O'Block, Durk from Englewood's Lamb Run set, but the same world, the same language, the same losses.
Do you remember the first time you met him?
The first time, nah. I would be outside deep as hell, so probably the first time.
Or maybe what age?
Around like 6th grade or something, 7th grade.
But didn't go to the same school?
No, I'm younger.
Been like locked in, like since we was younger. My brother Vernie put us into him, and we just started locking in real heavy. And then I think we was going to prom. I gave him my watch to go on prom. He going to prom, he locked up the next day with it. So when he came out, it was like, oh yeah, we locked in.
Von got his first mugshot at 16, caught a murder charge in 2014, dropped in 2017, attempted murder in 2019, dropped. He was in and out of Cook County his entire young life.
Right now I'm in an area called Kilowar. This is where I grew up at. I went to grammar school on 6th and Walcott, like kindergarten or 8th grade. That's the area, so this played a big part of my life.
What made him different as an artist is what made him dangerous in the streets. He didn't rap around the violence, he rapped directly into it. Specific names, specific addresses, specific moments. Crazy Story wasn't metaphor, it was testimony. People didn't just believe him, they believed in him. When he beat his last murder charge and walked free in December 2017, Durk was waiting, flew him out, signed him to OTF, introduced him at the Breakfast Club as someone with a whole story behind him. He meant that in every possible way.
Von, V-O-N, King Von, K-I-N-G. What made you want to sign King Von?
Cause he got a whole story behind him. You know what I'm saying? He from O-Block.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That should speak for itself. Nah. But you know what I'm saying? He just real. You know what I'm saying? His music, he just real. It just with him. You know what I'm saying? It's my brother, twin. I've been with him his whole journey in jail. And I ain't gonna lie, like he ain't never say nothing about rapping.
Story, what's your story?
It's my story. I just got out of jail for just beat a body in 2 attempts, like, December? I just got out and started rapping.
So you was in jail for 2 murders?
Yeah, 1 murder and 2 attempts. I just beat.
How you beat that?
What you mean I beat?
I mean, you didn't do it, clearly. But I mean, like, how? I mean, you had something to throw young black men in jail.
Like jury, like, you know, like, you know, jury, yeah, look, you know.
That's expensive, too, to take it to trial and all of that.
Yeah.
The two called themselves the Evil Twins. Durk even rapped, "If you do it, I'm gonna do it." That line would matter later, a lot. Von's debut album, Welcome to O'Block, dropped November 5th, 2020. It was everything he'd been building toward, everything he'd survived to make. The next night, he was dead. November 6th, 2020, 3:30 in the morning, Atlanta, Georgia, the Monaco Hookah Lounge.
63rd, some dirty. If we into it for real, like, not no faking to it. If we into it, I don't know. Cause they be thinking, yeah, it's a lot of faking to it going on, but if we into it, you say we into it, you better, I swear to God.
King Von was there for his album release celebration. Welcome to O'Block was 1 day old. 26 years old. The music was finally working the way it was supposed to. This night was supposed to be the reward. In that parking lot, Von's crew crossed paths with the crew of Tequian Bowman, better known as Quando Rondo, out of Savannah, Georgia, a rapper signed to NBA Youngboy's label. What started the confrontation is still disputed. Quando Rondo's people say he was sleeping in a car when Von's crew approached. Surveillance footage appears to show Von throwing punches. Rondo later said in an interview he didn't even know who the men were before the first punch landed.
Next thing you know, a nigga hit me. You feel me? Boom, bam. Man, like, I lie to you not, man. I lie to you not. Like, it's like I had an out-of-body experience.
What isn't disputed, gunfire erupted. 3 people were killed that night, 6 wounded. Both an on-duty and an off-duty Atlanta police officer discharged their weapons. Neither shot King Von. Von was struck multiple times, rushed to Grady Memorial Hospital, pronounced dead that morning. 26 years old. His album had been out for less than 24 hours. The man identified as the shooter was Timothy Leaks, Lol Tim, a close associate of Quando Rondo, arrested at Grady the next day while being treated for his own wounds. Rondo helped post his $100,000 bond. In August 2023, nearly 3 years later, the case was dismissed. Georgia's stand your ground law, self-defense couldn't be ruled out. No trial, no conviction. Lil Tim dropped a song called Left a Stain right after the charges were dropped. Nobody was ever convicted of killing King Von. And in the world Durk came from, that didn't mean the matter was settled. It meant the debt was still open.
Grammy Award-winning Chicago rapper Lil Durk is facing new charges in a murder-for-hire plot.
I'm not reading. I don't know. Might be the water.
You better have your gun for me. Better have your gun for Boom. Better have your gun for C. You don't believe me, you gonna see. You gonna end up by that tree.
Know that we did it.
If he is convicted, Durk could spend the rest of his life in prison.
After King Von died, something happened online that you need to understand. The phrase, "slide for Von," became the most repeated taunt in drill culture, popularized by 6ix9ine, the rainbow-haired snitching troll, who commented on Durk's tribute post, asking why Durk hadn't gone after the people responsible. The internet picked it up and ran with it. Every post Durk made, every interview, every song, "slide for Von," thousands of comments, every single day.
They know the exact that put 10 bullets in King Von and he died there by himself. Why nobody slid for that? I don't see you on Instagram saying, yo, go slide for that, man. Y'all know what y'all saying? Yo, y'all want the crash out. Y'all want, no. Hold on.
Durk responded publicly, saying none of them had slid for their own people, that they needed to stop talking to him about killing, but privately, and eventually in his music, a very different picture was forming.